I think the city life is great for a visit. Full time for me, it was a little too much. I grew up in the suburbs, and I think I always wanted land. I think I just wanted space because space to me feels like safety. I was looking for a place to call my own. I was looking for a place to be myself, and I was looking for a place to be kind of like the queen of the castle. Like, I just wanted to make my own decisions and design my own life and have the animals that I always wanted to have. And now I do. And I'm just about to turn 40, and I'm exactly where I want to be.
So does 40 upset you, get in your head a little maybe?
It got in my head
Yeah.
for a while. But you know, I think a lot of people do this. The year you turn a certain number, you're always kind of thinking of the next year. Like, oh my God, I'm 37, I'm so close to 38. So you just tell people, you're like, oh, I'll be 38. I've noticed the conversation is less about the way you look and how people perceive you in the industry and the audience and the outside world, and more about how you're going to come to terms with perimenopause and menopause and the loss of your ability to reproduce. It's all the hormonal shifts that happen. Like, the conversation's more about what's happening internally and emotionally as opposed to how people are perceiving us. And I do feel like there are a lot of women who have been outspoken about it, thank God. Like Naomi Watts, for instance. And it's just like, yes, I feel younger now than I probably would have 10 years ago if I was turning 40. I feel like I'm really embracing my 40s in a way that I never would have if we didn't start focusing so much on the power of who we are and what we do in our lives as women. And now I'm like, bring it on. I'm 40. Do I act like I'm 40 sometimes? Absolutely not. But we're all kids too. And if we can embrace all sides of ourselves, then we're just, I guess, more at peace.
You became a mother. How did Hollywood's perception of Amanda Seyfried change?
Oh, mom roles. I played a mom. Like Mank, I didn't. And in The Dropout, I didn't. But basically everything else, I was being offered the wife and the mom. And that's not the worst. That's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like, it wasn't terrifying to me. It was just it's unsurprising, a little bit sad. But I also was totally game for that because I now am a mother. I can actually portray it in a way that I wouldn't have been able to if I didn't have that connection to something. I mean, people have played mothers time and time again without being mothers, and that's great. Like, you can connect to something in you that's very nurturing and maternal, or whatever the character asks for. But I do think I understood it more, and things just affect me more deeply than they ever have. And I think that's part of the reason that I was able to, get to what felt like the bottom of my soul for Ann Lee. And in the movie I did A Mouthful of Air about postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. It's like I was able to feel deeply what my character was going through in a way that is really essential for the audience and the story. And it costs a lot more, but it's also so much more enriching and it's enhanced.
Those are more emotionally complex characters.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, which makes them more interesting, I imagine, for an actor. And I've learned this about you. It doesn't take long to learn this about you. You want to be challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah, badly.
Badly, because here's the thing. The challenge is within certain parameters. I'm not going to do things that make me feel like I might die. Like, I'm not going to jump off a cliff ever again for a movie. Right. But emotionally challenging is
Did you jump off a cliff for a movie?
I did.
In what movie?
Mamma Mia.
Oh, right, yeah. Because there's no real peril in that from the movie standpoint.
No, but
for you, sure, there was
for the
peril.
four of us standing at the top of a cliff?
Yeah.
How dare they? I still think back, like, who? We all survived, obviously, but yeah, I think there are parameters. So it's like, I'm not going into the deep blue sea I have enough of a lifeboat inside of me to pull me out when things get too tricky or too scary emotionally. I have had enough therapy and enough insight and perspective to know what happens when I may fall too deep into something. And I have enough tools and support to not let that happen. So every time I'd say it's a challenge, it's really hard. And I look back and I'm like, I wouldn't want to do that again. But when I'm in it, it's more than a challenge. It's a new life. I'm being born into something, a new version of myself.
All is concert, all is summer, while to heaven we are going. But in the desert we are leaving behind, wintry winds are blowing.
The way in with Aunt Lee is that her conviction was everything. Her devotion to God is so powerful, and I think we can all strive to be that devoted to something, because it makes you feel safe. I mean, there are a lot of religion is, to me, about feeling less alone and finding a way to navigate your life through a higher power, right? And I love that. I think it's beautiful. Do I need to believe that she levitated? No. I need to believe that she believed 100% in what she was saying and what she was doing. And the coolest thing about her is that she created, especially in a world where this just did not exist, within all the, the pop-up religions that were happening and these men that were preaching the word of God to, people everywhere, all over the place. She was using that to create a utopia, just a community of people who would all be treated equally, and who would no longer have sex. But I think the idea that we're better off together, working together as equals, it still rings true to this day. Like, if you take away power and control of each other, there's nothing we can't do.
And for all the parts about her story that, I'm like, come on, you're not talking to God, right? But she used it to create this perfect world.
Goodness,
whereas
yeah.
I'm failing almost everything.
Well, there must be something you're good at.
I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Want to see? No.
after Mean Girls, really the next big thing, because we're going to move along, we're going to skip over some interesting years, but you have this life-changing moment at Mean Girls, and then there's another life-changing moment, 4 years later, right?
Yeah.
With Mama
That
Mia.
was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really the thing that opened the floodgates in terms of opportunities. And that was hard. That was like a hard one to get. That was a hard one to get.
Why was that a hard one to get?
It was just it felt like a lot of hoops. But I also had been working with Playtone, who produced it, on Big Love, the Mormon show. So I kind of, they already knew me.
And you're going to do a third one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we know anything about the story? Or are they going to?
No, I think if we all decide that we'll do it for free, they'll be like, cool, let's do it tomorrow. No, I think it's really just timing for the studio. I don't know the ins and outs. I know Judy Kramer, who created it, is working furiously on a script with Benny and Bjorn, some new music, but I don't know anything past that because I just assume it'll happen exactly 10 years from when we shot the last one, which is 17, so we'll shoot it in 2027.
Out in 2028.
Out in 2028.
28. Okay.
Every 10 years.
Right, every 10 years.
I know. Colin or Pierce was like, can we just not wait another 10 years until we do it again? And we're like, yeah, of course we won't. And then, of course, it'll have gone by.
Yeah, and there's because everybody keeps working. Everybody's doing.
It's not just that. It's just I feel like you need to breathe a little. Yeah. And then if the people really want it, they'll make it known. I mean, we want it, but it can't just be a vanity project so we can hang out. We have to do it with a real an interesting enough storyline.
Yeah, of course. But if the principals all want to do it, given the amount of money it makes,
I just don't know how they get Meryl back.
yeah, that's the tricky part.
Because her character is dead.
She's a dead person. Yeah, she's a dead person. Evil twin?
There it is.
Go back to your soap opera days.
There it is.
There it is. Boom. Yeah. David Fincher makes you want to bring it. That's what you said. What does that mean?
You don't want to upset Daddy. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but there's the director for an actor is like is teacher, and for the most part, they're pretty good teachers. And he's the best. He knows what he wants, and he has a very specific method of getting it. And he's funny, and you wanna nail it for him because he deserves that, because he works so hard, and because especially Mank was such a passion project for him because his dad wrote it, and it was really hard because I was so insecure. That was the most insecure I'd been in a very long time because I knew he was a master, and I knew I could get fired at any moment, and that fear, it's the worst and the best because you really are as prepared as you could possibly be, and then you have the time to just keep getting better and going deeper and getting truer, and you don't get those many opportunities because you don't get that much time to shoot. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, I think you are describing it. You're not being hyperbolic. You had a legitimate fear that if you messed up, he'd
I'd get
replace
fired.
you.
Yeah.
Somebody else play Marion Davies.
Yeah, I was surprised that he would speak to me about it. When I got the call that I was going to Zoom with him, like that night, I was shooting A Mouthful of Air, the postpartum depression movie.
That's with Brian Koppelman's wife, right?
Amy Koppelman directed. Yeah, it was her first movie that she directed, and we were in it together. I mean, she's still one of my closest friends, and we were really in it. But I got the call at lunch, and I was like, I have to read this 140-page script, like now.
For David Fincher.
For tonight. And she's like, okay, I'll read it with you. And she's directing it. And we're on this tiny, like, micro budget set. And we did it. I read it. She gave me extra time at lunch. She was like, no, this is more important than this movie. And then I talked to him, and I was like, I have to sound smart. I have to seem, like I haven't seen every single one of his movies. I've seen a lot of them. I love his movies, and I love what he does, and I love how he does it and what I've heard about him. But I'm just like, God, if I don't, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. People see his movies. He makes great movies. Marion Davies, like, my God, it's gonna make my dad's life if I play these characters. It's like my whole life felt like it was like, could possibly almost fall apart if I didn't get it.
But your nervous self there's an authentic component to your nervous
right,
self.
and I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Right.
And then that was it. He offered it to me. And then I was like, this is a make or break moment for me.
You weren't 100% confident that you would nail it.
No, this and Ann Lee, I'm like, I can't do, like, I can do a New York accent, sort of, like I can't do it right now, but like it comes more naturally to me than a Manchester accent from the 1770s. But it was one of those things where every day I was just like this.
Would you do a Fincher movie again?
Yes. I'm dying to do a Fincher movie again. I'm dying for him to see Ann Lee.
Here's what, he's going to like Ann Lee.
He liked the trailer. I know that.
Even though I wouldn't have the best time doing it, another Fincher movie, because there's a lot of self-loathing. But that helps sometimes. My anxiety helps me, even though I hate it. It moves something in me in the right direction.
That's a good quote, and it's true.
Yeah, that is a good
Hope
quote.
so.
Amanda Seyfried once said.
Did I? I don't agree with that anymore. It does. OCD is specifically something that I've suffered with, it was all encompassing in my adolescence, since I was, 4 or 5, whatever, has really, really, really helped me as an actor. It just has. Anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, whatever, all the things that I've been diagnosed with. It's all, I've been able to channel them in the right ways and take the right medication to use it to my advantage and to like shut it up when it's no longer helpful for the most part. And that has helped me. That has helped me. Self-loathing or insecurity, self-judgment, all that has also at times helped me keep my together.
Yeah, it again, self-loathing, if it goes too far, you're in real trouble.
Yeah, because then you can't see clearly.
That's right. But if you can mitigate it,
Yeah.
a little self-loathing, it's like a little shame.
A little shame.
A little shame you can work with.
Yeah, because if you don't have a little shame, you're in denial.
Yeah, and you're also, by the way, I would argue, you're also probably not that interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Yeah. What are you ashamed of? Nothing. Really? Nothing? So.
I know
well,
what you
good.
do at night.
But so being able to channel it into something useful, and then a guy like Fincher, that helps.
It's also when you're present in the moment.
Yeah.
Or when you're, any distraction from your own anxiety, which is to perfect or get close to as perfect as you can get in a moment for David Fincher. It's nothing matters.
Right, you're being given a task, a difficult task.
Yeah, do the task.
That helps, right? That's good. Yeah, give me something to do is a great way to
keep me busy. Yeah, and it's not just busy work. It's like it's mind acrobatics. It's emotional acrobatics. It's like trying to create a moment that like so much of your body is trying to keep you from being able to do.
Do you sing for your daughter?
I do. I sure do. Actually, she just started learning guitar and songwriting. And so I've been playing guitar every once in a while when I'm home for the bearded dragon that we have inside, because he really likes music, it seems. He hasn't said anything, but I think he does. And so I'll play because the reverb's really good in the kitchen.
For the who?
Bearded dragon. He's like a lizard.
Could you play something? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. Is it? I don't know if it's tuned. I played it yesterday. Oh, it's only tuned to the 4th fret. It might sound bad, and it takes too long to tune these. This is Martin, made in Bethlehem. What was I playing yesterday? I was playing an old Britney Spears song. It's not far. Is that too? I can walk down the block to tabletop, close my eyes, just make pies all day. Plastic cap on my hair, so used to mine, now I don't care. I used to mine, now I don't care, 'cause I'm gray. Did I show you the picture of my nephew taken at his big birthday surprise at my sister's house last Sunday? This is Monday and we're making pies. I'm making pie. Sorry. I'm making pie. It's a little low.